Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime!
Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. What's going on with your fam? Hey, listen, man, first off, I want to welcome everybody to the channel. And if you're new here, I want you to be here. So think about hitting that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Julian Williams, Jarrett Hurd 2, the rematch. It's official, people. It's going down in December at the Barclays Center, man. I think it's the second weekend in December, man. I'm hyped up for this fight, man. I've been waiting on this fight. I think it's the first fight was, a candidate for fight of the year, man. Julian Williams, he upset Jarrett Hurd. Not a whole lot of people seen that coming, but he was able to do so. You know what I mean? Jarrett Hurd and Ernesto, I did videos on that. They fell out. Jarrett Hurd feels that, Ernesto kind of, went outside the house and discussed house business out in the streets, man. And you never go outside the house, go into the streets and telling people what's going on in your house, man. I think that was disrespectful of Ernesto, man. But Jarrett Hurd said, after all that, they still had a conversation. He just didn't say, you're fired, you know what I'm saying? He said they had a conversation and, he said he was hurt by it, you know what I mean? And still he gave him the option to be on the team, and Ernesto let him know that he didn't like the things that, Hurd was doing outside of the ring. He didn't like the company that he was keeping, and Jarrett Hurd said, this is my team, man. You can either be a part of it or not. And Ernesto chose not to be a part of it. So I think Jarrett Hurd does got a new trainer, man, but I'm drawing a blank on who it is right now, you know what I'm saying? But Julian Williams, man, he fought a hell of a fight. You could tell he was in hell of a shape. You can tell that the fight meant a whole lot to him. You know what I mean? The way he, just the way he fought his ass off, But it's, he's on social media, and I love his stance on the drug testing. I love his stance on the drug testing as far as, he wants his opponents to sign up for VADA, for 3 months, That's cool. That's cool. But I think the way he's going about it is a little big-headed to me. His head is like, it seemed like his head is in the clouds. Is that just me, or, am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? It seems like he's pounding on his chest saying, I'm the big dog now. This is what you got to do if you want a shot at this title. You know what I mean? I just think he's a little, he's gotten a little, he's let that wind get to his head a little bit. I'm listening to Stephen Breadman Edwards, who is his trainer. I'm listening to his interviews, and I'm just listening to him talk about Julian's plans after this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got this 4-fight plan. Shout out to the Boxing Voice, man. I listened to an interview with what they did with Breadman, and he was talking about this 4-fight plan that he got of how he planned on getting to a pay-per-view fight. You know what I'm saying? So that right there just tells me that they're underestimating Jarrett Hurd. The same things that Jarrett Hurd did to them in the first fight, it seems like they're doing the same things to Hurd, man. They're underestimating him, man. They think, they dominated so many rounds in the first fight that they don't believe that Jarrett Hurd can make the necessary adjustments in the rematch, And I think that's a mistake, man. I think that's a mistake. You got to look at a few factors that play a part into, Hurd's defeat. You know what I'm saying? I was reading an interview with Jarrett Hurd, and he talked about, being in front of his home crowd, fighting in front of everybody you ever known. You know what I'm saying? Your third grade teacher, your next door neighbor from second grade. You know what I'm saying? You're fighting in front of everybody, man, and you feeling yourself. You hanging out probably a little more than you shouldn't. And things like that, man. And I think some of that pressure of wanting to perform in front of your hometown crowd, I think some of that probably, played a part into Jarrett Hurd's performance. He said his camp, his corner was, kind of all over the place. He said, he went into that fight not really having a game plan. He said for Lara, for Trout, and, for Harrison, all those fights he had a game plan, but for Williams, he didn't have no game plan. He just figured that he was going to go in there and walk him down and get the victory. So when it was time to make the adjustments, he didn't have a plan B because he didn't have a plan A. This is his words. You know what I'm saying? So, he thinks by training harder, being more focused and going into this fight with a game plan that, he can have a different result this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to this fight, man. Julian Williams, can he repeat a performance of a lifetime? I think that was a performance, man, that, he might not be able to repeat again. Julian Williams fought his ass off, man. He fought the perfect fight. I mean, his punches were sharp and crisp. You could tell that he worked really hard in camp. You know what I'm saying? Can he duplicate that type of performance? That's the big question. Can he duplicate that type of performance? Jarrett Hurd, I think he got a lot to prove on a comeback trail. He talked about, how Ali, Ray Leonard, Duran, all the old-time greats, they all had L's on their record, and they all was able to come back and overcome those losses, man, and, get back to the top, man. He said it's all comes with boxing, man, so, he said that he believes that he can get his titles back. He believes that, he can get the W, and he's going to train his best to get it, so we'll see. We will see, man. Julian Williams, after the fight, I like J-Rock. Man, but, J-Rock kind of rubbed me the wrong way leading up to the Jamal Charlo fight. What was that, 3 years ago? All the shit that he was talking, man, calling them dudes steroid abusers, having no proof, you know what I'm saying? So, I was already kind of funky on J-Rock from there, you know what I'm saying? But I cannot deny that the boy could fight. The boy has skills, and, he looked really good against Julian Williams, man. But I think his attitude, something about his attitude that just, I just don't agree with, man. Like, this recent social media post, you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking his stance on his drug testing, man. I think that's a good thing, man. But it's just like he's banging on his chest saying, I'm the top dog now. You either take my road, this my way or the highway type shit. You know what I'm saying? Putting, just unnecessary things that I don't think, that he needs to be saying. What are you insinuating, that Jarrett Hurd is abusing PEDs? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what it looked like. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it looked like, man. I know he did the same thing with Jamal Charlo. He was saying that the Charlo brothers was on steroids, and he was talking so reckless. That's why after the fight, man, when Maul knocked him out, he came over to congratulate Maul and shake his hand. Maul ain't want nothing to do with him. Told him, get the fuck up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? And, the crowd started booing. They didn't understand, because the average fan are not into boxing, don't follow what's going on. They didn't know that through the build-up, what this guy was saying, what this guy was doing to the lead up to the fight. All they seen was, these two guys had a fight. He got knocked out. he wanted to be a good sport and come over and congratulate Maul, and Maul told him to kick rocks, so the crowd booed. But they didn't know that for weeks and months this guy, was talking all this trash about him using steroids and stuff like that, man. And then, recently he said he never said it, he didn't mean it, and, some crazy stuff like that, man. But I'm looking forward to this fight. I think it will be a real competitive fight. I think, it will be a better fight, than it was in the first fight. As far as Jarrett Hurd's performance, I think he will put on a better performance. I think he will come in, with a better mental focus than the first fight, because let's face it, Jarrett Hurd, although he fought hard, his corner was in disarray, like he said. They was putting Vaseline on his eye. He had globs of Vaseline in his eye. Dude that was putting it on didn't have no gloves on. He had sunglasses on while he's doing it in the dark arena. You know what I'm saying? It just looked real unprofessional, man. So hopefully he get his corner corrected. Hopefully he get a game plan together where he can really follow and try to get this victory, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking forward to the fight. I think it's gonna be a real good fight, man. December the 14th, December 13th, whatever that date is, second Saturday in December at the Barclays Center. Should be a good one, But I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, if you're not a subscriber, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You can catch me on Twitter, on Instagram at Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. But in the meantime and in between time, I want y'all to stay blessed and keep on supporting the sport that we love, called boxing. Peace. I'll holla back.